Ho, you intergalactic wombats. 'Tis I, your favourite person, the one and only Chayification, aka just simply Chay. That'll do quite nicely, thank you very much. So I hope everyone's okay, and we're bringing you another TF2 gameplay commentary. There was a little bit of a random update overnight. That, in all honesty, I was sat on Facebook last night, and suddenly it popped up. I was like, what is this? And the second I saw those sideburns, I thought to myself, I must get that. And I did so, and this is the outcome of that thing which I did. Yes, and this is the outcome. Okay, so the update which came out was a little new weapon pack for the soldier. Now it has been dubbed Dr. Oh Christ, how do you even pronounce this? Dr. Grodbort's stuff. I think that's generally what it is. It's Dr. Grodbort's futuristic awesomeness, I guess I'm probably going to call it. And basically this is the outcome of the random rockets that have been appearing in TF2 lately. The added scenery bits and bobs. So the rocket exploded, and it wasn't a bomb, it was weapons of mass destruction, and some rather awesome hat and a pipe. That's what came out of these bombs. So first things first, let's get to going what actually came with this update. First things first, we have the novelty pipe and mutton chops, which is officially the best facial add-on you can physically get for this game. It is just pure awesomeness, it really is. Like I said, the second I saw that, I was getting it. It was just sealed there and then, really. I needed it, and I bought it, and yeah, I don't care. Whatever, Minger. And basically all that is just some rather intriguing mutton chops, as it is, and a large pipe that does have a smoke effect, which adds to that. It's just even better with the smoke effect. And it is a proper big, I'm not just saying like a little, you know, like a Sherlock Holmes pipe. This thing is huge. It even sticks out of your face like nobody's business. Second, you have the pith helmet and goggles, which is basically, it's kind of hard to describe what type of hat this is. It's just like a helmet looking army sort of thing with some rather large futuristic looking goggles on and an antenna for some reason. I'm not quite sure what the antenna does, but it's there nonetheless. That makes things interesting and fun to look at. Yes it do! Yes it do! Anyway, moving on. So the weapons in which you get two weapons. And once again, for some reason it's another soldier update. I don't quite understand why, but I guess they're probably the easiest class to regularly update. But the two weapons you get is a replacement rocket launcher and a replacement shotgun, essentially a replacement for that spot anyway. Now the rocket launcher is what you're looking at now, and officially has the most awesome name ever for a gun in TF2, and that is the Cowmangler 5000. Yes, the 5000th edition of the Cowmangler, and it's a very, very, very cool looking weapon. It really is. When I saw this, I thought, oh, that's just utterly brilliant. Look at the damn thing running around wielding that. Looks like some sort of missile or something. I don't know. But anyway, it's known as a focused wave projector. Intriguing. And it doesn't require ammo, which is extremely useful. However, if you look down in the bottom right-hand corner, it has like a little sort of bar, which is essentially a charge bar, I guess, as you can probably call it. It's the easiest thing to call it. And basically every time you shoot, that goes down. Now this can fire, it has normal shot, which is just obviously a shot, which is essentially just a rocket, if you like. But it also has a secondary shot, which happens if you click the right-hand button, which I did just right there. It charges the shot and unleashes everything at once, basically. And it has like a nice big large splash damage, which if it hits someone, it does a crit / mini crit, whatever you want to call it. It sets them on fire and causes additional mini crits to anyone that hits them. At least I think it's to anyone that hits them, which is also extremely useful. Now, as far as I'm aware, I don't know if this is a bug, but I don't think you actually need to hold it down. You can just click it. I managed to do it earlier. I clicked it and maybe held it for not even a second, and it did the whole shot. So I don't know if that's something that they need to fix or whatever. Oh joy, another bloody Manco crate. Oh my god, I've got like 30 of them, not even joking. I've got about 30 of them. It's ridiculous. Does anyone want to give me any keys? Yeah, any keys, anyone? Hand them over. Come on, hand them over. Anyway, moving on. Sorry about that. So yeah, it does unleash a large shot, which is really good. They've got a nice hit on one earlier, which was jubbly. It was jubbly indeed. So this whole video is going through a whole Dust Bowls phase, basically. I think it's a whole one anyway. I believe it is. If not, it's starting on the second part. I really can't remember already, which is pretty useless actually. My own damn video and I can't remember what it's about. Anyway, it is Dust Bowl, and we're on part 3 now. So the second item is that there. It looks a little bit like the ray gun from the Fish and Chips mildly dark colour operative status game, which we don't like on here, which is fair enough. It looks a little bit like that. That's probably where most people are going to think, oh, it looks a bit like that actually. And it's called the Righteous Bison. Absolutely no idea why it's called the Righteous Bison. I know the bison is a type of cow, if you like, but this one's called an indivisible particle smasher. That's what the gun actually is, an indivisible particle smasher. And this doesn't require ammo once again. It has another charge rate, which is great, which is brilliant. And it fires a projectile that can penetrate through multiple targets. Which, in other words, it becomes the ultimate engineer killer who sat behind the sentry gun, which I used it for earlier, as if you may have noticed on the second part when I was stood on the roof before I got backstabbed. I used it for that earlier. Extremely useful gun. Very, very cool. It's good if it's these sort of areas where there's choke points, you just wing it down there and you end up hitting everybody. Now, I've been looking at some other people who've put videos up, and there's a couple of questions on the things like, can they be reflected and stuff like that. This gun can, the gun which you're seeing now, the Cow Watsita 5000, it can be, but this gun which I'm using now cannot, because obviously it passes through stuff, so it can't be reflected back, which is cool. Which is fair enough, really. You know, I can understand the reasons for that. It doesn't hit massively hard. Both weapons have a reduced damage on buildings. Main reason, the Cow Mangler, if you do a charge shot on a building, it will disable it for 4 seconds, which is understandable that it then therefore has a reduced damage to it, because otherwise it would be ridiculous. You could wander around willy-nilly kicking some pure bottom, otherwise it would be a bit unfair. So the game is coming to an end. This will no doubt appear in another one of my videos. I'm loving these weapons. I think they're fantastic. They're great fun. And like I said, no doubt they will appear a bit more in depth next time. I've actually run out of time, which I didn't really expect. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys. And I shall see you when I see you, which will be, I don't know, soon. Fare thee well, friends.